Well, tomorrow, lowriders are taking over the Mission District in San Francisco for the King of the Streets Parade. You can watch it on KPIX Plus. We want to introduce you to a Richmond man who's being honored as the parade's Grand Marshal. Veronica Macias shares how he's contributed to the local cruising culture.
We're ready to go to the Kings of the Street Parade.
Who better than David Gonzales, creator of the Homies, to serve as the Grand Marshal of the first televised Lowrider Parade in the Mission? Dave is lovingly known as the Homie King, and you'll see him cruising in this 1941 Chevy leading the way.
What's their backstories? I'd pick a name like Flacco. I'd draw a homie that looked like a frog.
Those are just some of the names Gonzales has given his characters. As a young man, he immersed himself in the low-riding scene in his hometown of Richmond. He drew inspiration to draw his cartoon art from the people around him.
This store right here is special to me, El Chaparro, but it used to be called
It's
Pepito.
special because this is where he first started selling his graphic t-shirts by the dozen. The neighborhood, the homies, Gonzales likes to say, chose him to preserve the culture of the barrio.
This couldn't have happened unless somebody from this community did it. Anybody else, it would have been culture vulture, appropriation. It would have been labeled stereotyping or what have you. Well, because I just drew the world around me, I think it was accepted by my community, and it resonated as I did more and more interesting characters and diversified it from the first group was just lowriders.
He credits his teachers who recognized his gift and helped develop his talent. His dad, Andy, was always supportive.
1949.
After seeing a 1949 yearbook from Richmond High with a cartoon sketch of his dad and classmates in zoot suits from prom, Dave knew this is what he wanted to do.
I was doing these type of shirts before anybody else was, and there was just nobody doing these. I brought the Chicano art on t-shirts into the communities by doing the swap meets, car shows.
First came the comic strip, Lowrider magazine. Then while working for the U.S. Postal Service as a clerk and a muralist to support his family, came the explosive launch with his homie figurines. A toy distributor reaching out to Gonzales to sell the 2-inch homies out of vending machines, placed in grocery stores, laundromats. And Dave couldn't keep up with demand.
What was happening, they started buying them, throwing the parachutes out and collecting the toys. And we're like, I mean, like wiping machines out.
There was backlash to the product, law enforcement pressuring retailers to stop selling the figurines. But that publicity only increased demand, perhaps because they represented a cultural phenomenon, a way for Chicanos to connect.
Bring you back to the old streets.
Gonzales' dad remembers what it was like for police to prohibit low riding in his day.
From 3rd and 23rd. We come cruising down slowly. And then we get to 23rd, and we want to turn left to get 23rd. There'll be a cop. He said, no, you can't go in there. We didn't know why, but we were Chicanos.
But through the years, this artistic expression for Mexican Americans and others couldn't be wiped away. Cars continued to roll out. Decades after anti-low-riding bans were passed. California passing a law prohibiting any anti-cruising city ordinances. All the while, the Homie King stayed true in celebrating its culture.
And we'll bring you the Lowrider Parade live tomorrow, September 20th. You can catch it all starting at 1 p.m. on KPIX Plus 44 Cable 12 and streaming on the free CBS News app. This, of course, is the first time a Lowrider Parade has been televised from start to finish.